So if you read the disclaimer, you know that I'm going to be bringing up previous managers and talking about Spurs at this current moment. And I'm going to make something very clear right now. I don't want Ange Postecoglou back. That's not what I'm saying. But what I will say is that I was against sacking him for this reason specifically. After finishing 17th, but finally winning our first trophy, our first major European trophy in 40 years, we finally had something that we've never had before. Unity between the fans and the club with tangible success right then and there that we could actually build off on. We haven't had this going back since before I was even alive. So that was my biggest thing when it came to keeping Ange. So that was the mistake in sacking him. But as of right now, I don't want Ange back because I don't think Ange would come in and save us right now. And I was more so curious to see, with the European trophy, would we be able to push on with proper backing and really push on to maintain our place in this Premier League and go up that table. That's what I wanted to see from Ange. But we have Thomas Frank now, and we're going to talk about this because I think there's a lot more that goes into the current situation at Spurs that people just aren't talking about. And I don't think it's just black and white. I think it's a lot more complex than what it may appear to be. Also, like and subscribe. Bro, my head's gone. Supporting this team is driving me crazy right now, but I feel like I have to just list out my honest thoughts because I just have to get down to the root cause of what is actually going on right now at this current moment. So Spurs at this current moment sit 12th in the Premier League table. And if you compare this to Ange's second season last season, Ange actually picked up more points at this current time compared to Thomas Frank, with dealing with more injuries at this current point as well. I think that's just a very important stat to put out there just so you guys can understand it and digest it. On top of that though, I want to address the elephant in the room because I don't think it really matters too much whether I'm Frank in or Frank out. I don't think it really matters. Where I'm at right now is I don't care what happens. I'm done. I'm tired. I don't really care what happens to Frank at this current moment. If they were to sack him tomorrow, whatever. If they were to keep him, I don't care. Because I think there's deeper things at play here when it comes to the issues in this Tottenham Hotspur club. I think it goes from top to bottom and then from bottom to top. For me, the reason why I want Frank to stay at this current moment, not even really want him to stay, but why I'm indifferent is because if we sack him, at least I know that, okay, we can get a new manager in and hopefully it'll be a better appointment and then we can kind of build from there. New manager bounce, whatever it may be. But if we keep him, I also am optimistic to see whether or not the return of Kulusevski, Solanke, and Madison would change things. I have my doubts. I think that based off of the merit that we gave Ange so much time in the past, and we actually want to build a project and see things out, we can't keep going on this manager carousel. It has to end at some point. But I'm also well aware that maybe this manager that we have right now might not be the best manager to give time to. So it's in a very difficult situation where there's not just one clear answer, because both sides have really good arguments towards whether we should do this or whether we should do that. If we want to sack him, you could say like, okay, yeah, he's been horrible, we should sack him, get a new manager in, potentially new manager bounce, a better manager that can see the project out better attacking football, whatever it may be. Or you say that if we keep him, you know, Arteta needed time, Pep needed time, Klopp needed time, whatever it may be. These various managers needed a lot of time. Sir Alex needed time. I'm not comparing Frank to all those managers, but I'm just giving you the context. A lot of these managers needed a lot of time. So when it comes to Thomas Frank, I hear the arguments where it's like, okay, give him time. Let's see what he could potentially do. My issue is that, and this is a very glaring like black and white thing that we can actually identify at this current moment. Very big variable here. What is Thomas Frank's style of football? Pause the video and let me know in the comments below, because I want to know what is Thomas Frank's style of football. Now I'm expecting one thing from the question I just proposed. Multiple different answers. Or an answer of I don't know, which is a very good opinion. Because I don't know what we're trying to be. I don't know if we're trying to be attacking. I know that we're not trying to be attacking because it's very clear. I don't know if we're trying to be defensive because sometimes we're going a little bit more balanced. I don't even know if we're trying to be balanced. Like, I don't know what the attacking intent, the playstyle intent of Thomas Frank really is at this current moment. Are we trying to do wing play? Are we trying to build through the middle? You know, do you want to have like a 3 at the back? Do we want to have one fullback going forward and one staying back? Like, what are we trying to do? What's the philosophy? What is Thomas Frank's style of play? Is it tiki-taka, breaking teams down? Is it counter-attacking football? Is it long balls? Like, what is it sit back and absorb pressure and then hit him on the break? Like, what are we trying to do? I can't answer that. And for this reason why, this is the big glaring reason why I am tired of Thomas Frank, because I still don't know what we're trying to do. Under Ange Postecoglou, day one, it was apparent what we were trying to do. It was apparent what we were trying to do. The first 10 games of Ange's first season showed what the potential of all this could be. That's why he was allowed to have so much time, is because Ange identified what it was he was trying to do off the rip, and we knew that if we backed him and if we gave him the proper players needed to play that system and all of our players were fit, we knew what it could potentially look like. Yeah, it needed a little bit of tweaks here and there, but we knew what we were trying to do at least. We had a philosophy. When it comes to Thomas Frank, it's hard for me to say, oh, let's just give him a bunch of time, because I don't even know what he's trying to do. Like, what will time really change? Like, what is he hoping to get out of? Like, what will happen if Madison and Kulusevski and Solanke are back? Like, what's going to drastically change? You know what I mean? Is he just going to do a complete 180 once those three players are back? And the more even alarming part is the fact that even though he doesn't have those three players specifically, at least we should be seeing glimpses of like what the intent is. Because I remember under Ange, when we were missing our entire back line, multiple players in attacking and defense, when we were playing Archie Gray and Radu Dragusin as center back, I remember that Ange still persisted with the high line and what we were trying to do, playing at the back, you know, fullbacks inverting, that sort of thing. He still persisted with that because that was the philosophy. I'm not saying he was right for that, but we knew what he was trying to do. We knew that if we got the players back, hopefully we'd be able to play the system. With Frank, he doesn't have the main attacking players, but everything else is disjointed. I don't even know what the role of the midfielders are trying to do outside of Paulinho, which is just shut shit down and win the ball back. I don't know what the role of the wingers are. They're supposed to be more inside forwards. They're supposed to be touchline wingers. Because one moment you have the wingers going inside, another moment you have the wingers hugging the touchline. So what is their role? And how does this fit the specific players that we have in the squad? So we've identified that Frank just isn't doing a good enough job. Fair enough. But some of this is also on the players. The players that we have right now, a lot of them, they're not shit. Listen, I hate the stuff where like all the players are shit. They're not shit. But a lot of them are bang average, bro. A lot of them are bang average. For me, the standouts that I see in our squad, and I'm gonna go through the squad right now for you guys. For me, the players that either have the potential to reach the quality or are at the quality that we need right now is I'm looking at guys like Muani, looking at Solanke. I think Tell's looked a lot better, but I think with time he could potentially get there, but let's see. Richarlison, not good enough. I think Odegaard, within time he could get there. I think Kulusevski obviously is of the quality that we need. I think Kudus is of the quality that we need. I think with Xavi Simons, give him time, he'll get there. I think with Sarr, he's inconsistent, but I think give Sarr time and he'll get there. With Bergvall, rewind to Sarr. I like Sarr, but I can't lie, he's very inconsistent. So he's got to start actually demanding this spot in this squad, the spot in the starting 11. He actually has to start taking the initiative because he's been very inconsistent for a while now. So we're watching Sarr, but I still would like him to stay. Bergvall, obviously, he has potential to be an absolute star, so obviously he's fine. Madison is good enough. I think Paulinho has a specific role in the squad, but I do not think Paulinho should be the starter in the midfield on a consistent basis. We need to look to get someone that can do the passing and the defensive work. But I still like Paulinho. I think Spence is good enough as well. Udogie, I like. Van de Ven, obviously. Kota Takai, we don't really know what Kota Takai is really going to be yet. I have no clue, so I don't even know if I can comment on him, but I'm optimistic to see what he could be. Romero, obviously, our captain. Archie Gray has all the potential in the world as well. I would look to upgrade Kevin Danzo, I really would. When I look at the backup center backs for other teams, I don't think Kevin Danzo rises to that. I'd look to upgrade Kevin Danzo if we could. But he's the least of our concerns, I'll say that much. Dragusin, I'd look to move him on. Pedro Porro. I think when it comes to Pedro Porro, more of his stuff is the off-the-pitch shit that's really driving me crazy at this moment. But I do see the quality that he does have on the ball at times, but he's been so off it for a while now. But I don't think he's shit. But there could be an argument to say that he is one of those average players. So he's in limbo for me at the current moment. And then obviously Kinski and then Vicario. I think Vicario is of the good enough quality, but I think we could upgrade him as well. The same way that Arsenal upgraded on Ramsdale. So I think we could potentially look to do the same. So there's quite a bit of players that I did not name that should definitely be moved on, aka Richarlison, Brennan Johnson, Basuma, Bentancur, potentially a Paulinho, we'll see. Potentially a Porro, Ben Davis, Danzo, Dragusin. There's a lot of players here that we definitely need to look at shipping out and getting of higher quality of the players that we have right now. I'm tired of the, give the players time, give the players potential stuff. We need to start building a squad that can compete on the top level. Enough of this giving time stuff. We have to start signing ready-made Premier League proven players. The big thing that I really want to address here, and I don't really see anyone talking about this too much in the Spurs space, but it's the fact that Spurs don't have a star anymore. Long gone are the days of Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, even guys like Dele Alli, Eriksen. We don't have stars anymore that could get us a goal when you really need it most. If we look at the past games for Spurs here, and we look at some of the players on these teams that we've lost to, and some of the goals that they even scored, which players, we don't really have players that can do those type of goals. PSG, what happened at the end of the first half? That pretty much allowed PSG to have a foothold in that game. Vitinha scored a wonder goal, bar down, to keep the game 1-1 going into the half. We don't have players that can do that. Arsenal, as we know, they have many stars on their team that can just bag goals out of nowhere. Even when Arsenal look down, they still have these players that can get them a goal out of nowhere, which can save them. We don't have that type of player. When you look at Chelsea, same thing. They have so many stars that if they're playing bad, there's that one player that you can just look to, be like, rah, just get us a goal, and he does it. Newcastle as well, same thing. They have quality players, and it's crazy that Newcastle's even past us in this moment right now, that can just beg them a goal just like that can save them. We don't have players like that in our squad that can just save us. We don't have stars anymore. How many times have we seen Kane win games for us? How many times have we seen Son win games for us? The squad doesn't have stars anymore, guys. So that's going to take us down a whole nother level as well, because sometimes, and this is crucial when you want to actually win trophies, challenge for leagues, you just need players sometimes that could just take a game and just win it for you, even if you don't deserve to win it, to just get you either that point or that win. But Spurs do not have players that can do that at this current moment. And this is a huge reason why we've lost so many games this season. If we had a star, we may even would have picked up points in at least even 2 or 3 of those games, which would change our entire season. Spurs need to focus on developing stars or signing them. Ideally both. Ideally you want both. But Spurs need to focus on developing the stars or signing them. And the way that Thomas Frank is managing the squad and giving minutes to Bentancur, Paulinho, is taking minutes away from guys like Gray, guys like Bergwijn that can actually become the stars that can win us these games. And I don't mean the defender stars like Van de Ven and Romero. I mean like attacking stars, whether it be in midfield or the front line. We don't have game changers. We don't have stars that can win us these games. Fine margins, people. Fine margins. Listen, I don't really want to hammer down on Frank because we know how shit he's been. We know the players have been far from it as well. And now they're beefing with the fans and they're not huddling in front of the fans anymore and whatever it may be. That is gonna drive constant division in this club. And right now, Spurs are at a tipping point. Either the club assess what's going on at this current moment and they adjust and they unite with the fans. They apologize for their fuck ups because fans are going there day in and day. Listen, I'm Canadian, bro. I don't go to these games. I'm in Canada. I can't go. Even if I wanted to go, I couldn't even really afford it because it's just ridiculously expensive to fly out there and buy a ticket. Anyways, there's match day going fans that go in home and away, specifically the home fans that they go in, week out. They pay expensive money. They pay the most in the Premier League between beer, food, ticket prices, and they are served up this horrible performances. Of course, they're going to be upset. Of course they are. So for guys like Pedro Porro to start talking about the true fans, for Thomas Frank to start talking about the true fans when you've only been here for fucking 3 months is disgraceful and it's disgusting to the fans that have been here for years upon years, lifetimes, supporting this club to say that they're not true fans. That's disgusting. I don't advocate for the abuse. If there's any abuse going towards the players, that's horrible. You shouldn't be doing that. But the standard is not good enough. And you cannot get mad at the fans for feeling this type of way when you play so bad at home. So it's disgusting from the players. And it's horrible to start doing this thing where you're not going to applaud the fans after the game. You're not going to huddle closer to the fans before the game. You're just driving this division between the fans and the club, and it's at a high stakes right now. And it's horrible because we just won the Europa League as well, and the fact that we've ended up here a couple months later is just disgusting. From top to bottom, from bottom to top, the club is a mess. And it's time for Enoch, Frank, and the players to figure out what they actually want to be and to fix their problems and get their shit together. Because we as fans are tired. We don't deserve this. Whether you're Frank in or Frank out, it doesn't matter, because there's something deeper in this club. And it's not just one thing, it's multiple. And the people that get paid the big bucks to do their job, they're not doing a good enough job. And if they keep on being neglectful, lackluster, and showing the lack of ambition, we risk losing the club that we all love.